Altenco, pardon me, but this representation wishes to go back to PD 1869. Chairman, we understand that this is the charter of the PAGCOR. And then after PD 1869, RA 9487 was passed, technically extending the franchise of PAGCOR to another 25 years, extendable for another 25 years. And it is also in RA 9487 where we saw for the first time the power of PAGCOR to authorize, to license, and to regulate. I understand that this was raised earlier, dating operator, but now, at the same time, regulator. I wish to ask, Madam Chair, what are the forms and extent of regulation that PAGCOR undertake in addressing this mandate?
Chairperson Swansing, I would like to. Ma'am, Congresswoman Luistro, you're referring to?
This is RA 9487 po. The law which extended the franchise of PAGCOR to another 25 years, extendable for another 25 years, where we saw for the first time the power of PAGCOR to authorize, to license, to regulate, as distinguished from the power given by PD 1869, which is only to establish and to operate. May we know, Madam Chair, Chairman Altenco, the extent and forms of regulation that PAGCOR undertakes in addressing this mandate?
Well, Madam Chair, Congressman Luistro, from the time that the amended law was passed extending the franchise of PAGCOR, we have, because of the mandate to regulate, revisited the structures and all the guidelines and regulations. And I can say, for one, that because of what is going on now, we continue to update all these structures and guidelines. And that's why we, most especially with regard to the aspect of operations na, as I said, paniniwala po namin, hindi na po napapanahon sa pangkasalukuyan, we had already made recommendations or we had already manifested our position with the GCG. Now, dito naman po sa online gaming, nakita naman po natin na growth has become exponential. Hindi na po makontrol dahil sa lumalago itong hanap buhay na to sa hindi lamang dito kundi sa buong mundo. We revisit on a regular basis yung pong lahat ng mga guidelines, mga regulations, nang sa ganun po, we can cope with the exponential growth na tinutukoy natin. So, yun po ang kasagutan ko sa inyong katanungan.
Thank you for the generous answer of PAGCOR, no? But I want to go back to the power to regulate, to be very specific, Madam Chair. Kapag po ba may violation ng terms ng license, does PAGCOR issue an order of suspension?
Congresswoman, Chairperson Swansing, I'd like to answer. Yes, definitely. Part of our power is the power to suspend and to one or two extent to cancel the license of any licensee who does not comply with the requirements when they were given a license.
Madam Chair, I wish to ask as well, kapag po ba repeated yung violations, do you go to the extent of ordering the closure of the establishment?
Chairperson, may I? Congresswoman Luistro, yes. In fact, there have been instances that after numerous violations, we had closed. And not only closed, but we have canceled the license of whoever had violated the terms and conditions of the license that was given to them.
Now, may we ask, Madam Chair, ano po kayang pagkakaiba nitong online gaming facility who has repeatedly violated the term of the license, which solicited the order of closure by PAGCOR, from another online gaming facility which from the very start did not secure any license in operating the same? I am raising this question because earlier I heard PAGCOR said, hindi po namin yan under or within our jurisdiction because they are not licensed gaming facilities. Now, with the answer of PAGCOR providing for a situation where there is an online gaming facility who committed repeated violation, mag-o-order sila ng closure. Ano po bang pagkakaiba nito sa isang online gaming facility which is not licensed from the very start? Is this not a situation which calls as well for the exercise of PAGCOR's power to regulate by issuing the necessary closure order? Because, Madam Chair, I am apprehensive that we're applying the stringent policies and rules to licensed online gaming facilities, but we are leaving those unlicensed at loose. So may we be enlightened, PAGCOR?
Madam Chairperson, Congressman Luistro, ang pagkakaiba po talaga ay ang amin lang nasasakop ay yung mga nabigyan namin ng lisensya. At doon, maliwanag po na kung ating sinusunod po ng aming licensees lahat ng mga patakaran do sa kanilang lisensya, doon po namin sila sinusubaybayan nang sa ganun ay kung kailangan masuspinde, kailangan mapinahan, or kailangan makancel, ginagawa po namin. Ang problema po, yung mga illegal ay una, karamihan po wala rito sa Pilipinas. Kaya hindi po namin malaman kung paano namin silang hahabulin.
With all due respect, Chairman Altenco, no? But this representation begs to disagree, no? Kung pinaparusahan po natin yung mga licensed na online gaming facilities by imposing suspension or even closure, I think we have more reasons to exercise our power as the agency or the office which has the power to regulate pagdating po sa mga unlicensed. Except, of course, with respect to those which are not within the Philippine territory. Para lang po ito yung tindahan sa isang LGU. Kapag walang business permit, the LGU likewise issues a closure order for operating without a permit. And to conclude, Madam Chair, I understand that the bell keeps on ringing. RA 9487 never mentioned online gaming facility. Ito pong terminology na ito was seen for the very first time in EO 13 of the previous administration. An executive order issued by the President back in February 2017. Ang ginamit pong term dito, regulation and licensing of online gaming facilities. And then, on November 5, 2024, responding to the growing sentiment of the Filipino people, the current administration, the President issued EO 74 totally banning Pogo. But I wish to invite your attention. There is a comma. It mentions internet gaming licensees. So for my last question, Pacor, ano po bang kaibahan itong IGL na binanggit sa EO74 sa klaw ng total ban from the online gaming facilities which we are now discussing?
Chairperson. Congressman Luistro, ang tinutukoy po na IGL ay yung mga pogo nung araw. Yun po ay...
Madam Chair, if I may clarify the question, if this is the same POGO which is being referred to in EO74, then IGL should not have been mentioned at all. But if you will revisit EO74, they were separately mentioned. Philippine Offshore Gaming Operation, comma, and then Internet Gaming Licensees. Now, I wish to ask, ano po bang kaibahan nitong IGL dito sa online gaming operation, which growing sentiment of the people is to totally ban, similar to what the President did to Pogo?
Opo. Yung pong IGL, ay yung pong Pogo, alam natin, yun po yung inabutan namin na nabigyan ng napakadaming mga lisensya. Ano po? And this is related, ang Pogo po ay nandito po ang mga opisina at operation sa Pilipinas, pero ang customer po nila ay nasa abroad. Okay, so yun po ang una ron. Na yun po, nung nakita po ng current administration ng PAGCOR, na yung meron pong lisensya na himigit kumulang 300, it was 298 then, licenses that were issued in the last administration. Nakita po namin na ang mga legal na may lisensya hindi na po involved sa gaming kung hindi po involved na sila sa illegal na mga activities.
Madam Chair, if I may interrupt, with all due respect, Chairman Altenco.
Representative Luistro, your time is up po.
I understand, but this is very important, Madam Chair, because everybody seemed to be problematic about the online gaming operation. But we have already EO74, which includes in the total ban the internet gaming licensees. Now, I wish to be clarified, and I solicit the help also of our fellow members. Hindi po kaya itong online gaming operation na ating pinagtatalunan is already included in the context of EO74, which technically bans already the operation as ordered by the President. I am leaving this question to our fellow members that perhaps we can seek an enlightenment na sa halip na tayo nagdedebate pa about online gaming operation and the other sectors of our nation are already manifesting their intense demand that a total ban be issued to online gaming operation. Perhaps let us seek a clarification. Kasama na po ba itong online gaming operation dito sa internet gaming licensees na sakop ng EO74, which technically totally ban the POGO or Philippine Offshore Gaming Operation? I conclude, Madam Chair. Thank you, Chairman Altenco.
Opo. Pwede lang po bang baka makapagdagdag sa pagpapaliwanag, Chairperson?
Please proceed,
Congresswoman Luistro, kaya po ako'y kanina gusto ko ipagpatuloy. Nung pong inabutan ko 298 licenses at mahigit po 260 ron ay involved na sa criminal activities tulad ng scamming. In-isolate po namin yung term na POGO. At nung pinili po namin yung lehitimo lamang na naghahanap buhay at talagang nakapagbibigay nung income sa PAGCOR, pinalitan po namin yung pangalan sa IGL. So ang tinutukoy po namin nun at maliwanag po na may definition, yung pong mga lehitimong mga pogong in-isolate namin. Sapagkat from 298 po, sa amin pong pag-aaral at nakita, 42 lang po talaga yung legal ang operasyon. Kaya natawag po namin yon na Internet Gaming Licensee para twofold. Maalis na yung konsepto ng POGO sa isipan ng mga tao. At pangalawa, nakita namin, na-classify namin sila na mga tunay na naghahanap buhay ng lehitimo. Kaya doon po sa EO na linabas na yon, sa pagbaban ng POGO, isinama na rin po yung lehitimo. At doon nga, pinaliliwanag ko, nung mga panahon na yon, sana'y ang hinihiling ko'y ipagpatuloy yung 42, yung IGLs, sapagkat ang negosyo po nila ay lehitimo. Unfortunately, and maybe fortunately for the Philippines, ang naging desisyon po ng Pangulong Ferdinand Marcos Jr., iba na lahat ng hindi na po maguluhan. So, iba po ang IGL sa PIGO, sapagkat yung PIGO naman po, inter-island. Talagang dito lang sa atin yon. So, yun po, pagpapaliwanag ko lamang, pwede pong isulat namin ito at isumite rin sa committee nang sa ganun siguro maging karagdagang paglilinaw at pagliliwanag doon po sa issue na tama namang tinanong ni Congressman Luisto. Yun lang po ang aking kasagutan.
Madam Chair, we will appreciate receiving the written explanation of PAGCOR regarding the context of IGL as provided in EO 74 passed in 2024.
Siguro po, Chair Tenko, for the benefit of the members of the committee, if we can just have a written document differentiating IGLs from online gaming operators versus PIGOs. So para lang po, malinaw lang po in terms of differentiation, in terms of jurisdiction, na iba po yung IGL as defined as compared to online gaming operators.
Definitely, we will submit it by next week. So we can clarify really what the intent was when that when that EO was issued in November of 2025.
I hope that clarifies, Representative Luistro.
Just to reiterate, Madam Chair, my intention is to seek clarification that online gaming operation is whether online gaming operation is included already in the IGL as mentioned in EO 74. So we need to seek the clear stand of PAGCOR pertaining to this matter.
We will, Chairperson, Congressman Luistro, we will submit this next week because katulong din po kami noon. Tiningan din kami ng opinion ng craft yung EO na yun. So definitely, maipapaliwanag po natin at mapapakita natin na yung tinutukoy po na IGL doon sa EO na yun ay kaiba or kakaiba dito po sa online gaming na pinag-uusapan natin sa hapong ito.